I'm Nintendo Prime, bitch.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Have my mic muted there. A little bit of a false start this morning. You know, what do you expect? It is 7 a.m. Not a big deal. It's not like I've never been up this early. It has been a little bit because my kids don't have school during the summer, right? So like we get to sleep in a little bit. I usually wake up an hour from now, to be fair. It's not like I'm, you know, sleeping in crazy late. But it is 7 a.m. It is Pokemon Presents Day. We got DJ Pikachu already going at it. You guys want to see a little DJ Pikachu? Huh? I have no idea how loud this is going to be. Should we check on DJ Pikachu? Let's check in on DJ Pikachu. All right, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It didn't take long for me to be like, I'm good. I'm totally good. I'm not like the biggest fan of Pokemon music, to be fair. I'm not a huge fan of Pokemon music. So, yeah, that was a Mystery Dungeon song. I'm not a huge fan. Sorry to disappoint people. I'm just not a huge fan. I guess what we can try playing the music in the background, I guess. Hold on, I can use it as background music. Let me, it is fitting. It is fitting to let background music play. That's Pokemon music. I guess I'll give you that. It's just the way it was blasting in my ears and everything, and I'm not a huge fan of Pokemon music. That said, I don't have to be a fan of it for it to be in the background. So yeah, we gotta play the back. It is appropriate. It is Pokemon Day, so I'll let it go. Oh, really? It's a day stream.
Creamzon has donated Kiar 7.29 and says, oh, yeah, us.
I can't. It's a day stream. What are we doing? How are we doing, everyone? It is Pokemon Presents Day. It is Pokemon Presents Day. It's 10 p.m. somewhere. Yeah, probably. Random got you accepted to the playlist. Yeah. The entire podcast crew got accepted into the playtest. It's exciting. We'll get all the details on that in a couple days. Because I think it said the 24th. Let me look at my... I posted an image of it on Twitter. And I got in. As did like a billion people, but... Wasn't that hard to get in as long as you listened to them and made your group before Monday. But yeah, oh, I didn't put it in the image. Okay, I cut it off just before. Yeah, I believe it was on the 24th. We're supposed to get more information. I have a, hold on, I have it saved somewhere. There we go. Yeah, I've been selected. I have to wait until Thursday, 7/24 at 9:30 p.m. Pacific. So for me, 11:30. So I have to wait. Either I have to stay up late on the 24th to see what's going on, or I'll just check it out on Friday. Right? I mean, it's not like you can't play it yet. It doesn't begin till the 28th. So it's not as if I'm going to be playing it, and it's not as if I can share anything they're about to tell me. Now, inevitably, when things leak online, we can cover the leaks. But I can't be the one to leak it, and I can't be the one to share any of my personal experiences. So we are going to be following NDA. So I can't talk about my experience with the game. I can't show you the game. I can obviously reference anything that leaks out there that gets widely spread, because that's journalistic stuff. You're allowed to cover that. But I can't actually talk from personal experience. So even if I know... As I glance at something and I know something about what's going on, it's something that I can't say anything. It has to just be just what's out there. So don't expect me to do a lot of speculation on the playtest, because I know. I don't have to speculate. I literally know. Hopefully Nintendo announces the game at some point, and then the cool thing with the whole podcast being in it, it's not only can we play together, is that we can, whenever they announce this game, we can actually have a really in-depth conversation because we'll have experience with it. Oh my, here we go again.
Crimson has donated cart 7.29 and says la 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 la
What is happening? How about another Nintendo Bike crew? Did anyone else get in? We all got in. Thunderstash is in, Gamebird is in, and Eric is in. We are all in. All four of us are in the playtest. We signed up individually because in hindsight, we probably should have signed up as one big group, but we figured, we weren't sure what the demand was going to be to get in. So we're like, well, we can increase our chances that at least one of us gets in if we all do it on our own instead of, and I know they say, oh, it doesn't increase your chances, but it's all about internet, all about who can click buttons the fastest, stuff like that. Turns out we probably could have just grouped up. If we grouped up, we would have been fine. But is the FBI after me? I emulated my 3DS. Why would they be after you for emulating your 3DS? Emulation's legal, buddy. Why would they be after you? It's piracy that's illegal. Emulation's legal. In the US, anyways. I can't speak to other countries. What's up, Nintendo Dork? You sent me a Venmo? I don't really care if Uncle Sam takes it. To be honest, I have to pay taxes regardless. You're just increasing the amount I pay in taxes. No, it's all right. Thank you so much, man. Nintendo Dork says, shout out to Nintendo Prime. I accept your request to be a mod. What? I didn't ask anyone to be a mod. How do you think ZA will be better than Scarlet Violet besides minor graphical upgrades? Well, I don't know if it's going to be better. What I can say is gameplay wise, it looks fantastic. That's like the big thing, is that the gameplay looks really good. So the battling in particular. The battling looks fantastic. The ability to have a kind of a live battle while you're also having turn-based battle at the same time, the live dodges, and all that. I actually think the battle evolution is going to be potentially the best battle system in Pokemon history. Potentially. Again, I haven't used it yet, but it's got a lot of promise. The battle system has a lot of promise. So if people think it's better than Scarlet and Violet, that's probably going to be the calling card, is that the battle system is significantly better. Visually, I don't know that it really looks that much better. We still have flat building textures, and it's not an open world, so you can't even be awed by the fact that you're in a massive open world. You're just in one city. But I think that's the real calling cards, that battle system. Beyond that, I have no idea how it could be better. Scarlet and Violet has some decent gameplay hidden under a mess of programming, where obviously the game's not pretty, but setting aside the visuals, because I've been on record saying this, I've never thought Pokemon games like the mainline ones were ever like good looking. They were just fine. Even when I played the OG Red, Blue, you know, back on Game Boy, I thought there were way better looking Game Boy games than Pokemon. But that wasn't the point. The point of Pokemon wasn't to be the most visually pleasing game. The point of Pokemon was to be fun, to be a sort of intro to RPG. Like, there were way more difficult RPGs, way better RPGs, but Pokemon was very good at being sort of an introduction to role-playing games. It was a really cool concept in that way. And it's kind of stayed that way for a long time. Even to this day, it's still not like a super difficult RPG, but it is a really great beginner RPG. Now, obviously, people get obsessed because it involves catching Pokemon, so then you have the whole catching your pets and all this stuff sort of thing going on, and people get obsessed with various different things in Pokemon. And there's like a whole competitive side to it. But still, just in terms of being an RPG, it's a very simple RPG. It's not complicated. So how could it be better than it? Well, just be a better game. And I don't know if it can do that, but we'll see. We'll see more today. Now, I would obviously, from a visual perspective, like to see a little bit better. But I mean, the visuals as the aren't going to change. We've already seen enough. We've seen a bunch of the game. It's not going to change. So, I always knew the visuals were going to become a problem if they ever came to console. If they ever came to like an HD console, I knew the visuals were going to bother people, because I didn't think the Pokemon company was going to take it serious and really upgrade them. And I don't know about you guys, but is it sad that to this day I still think the best looking console mainline Pokemon is Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee? Like, from a visual perspective, like, it actually looks visually pleasing. I know it's still top down. I get that. But it's in full 3D and it actually looks good. Maybe I'm crazy. But to me, it is the best looking visual game from the mainline series. All right.
My Guidesbo has donated $9.99 and says, what Pokemon does Rhyhorn evolve into?
Is it Rhyhorn or Rhyhorn? And that makes a difference how I say the evolution. I think it's Rhydon or Rhydon, however you want to pronounce it.
My Guidesbo has donated $1.99 and says, Rhydon, these nuts.
Guys, what is going on? This is a day stream. There could be kids watching. What are we doing? I know it's still going to be mostly adults because that's my audience, but we could be reaching a little bit of a wider audience during day streams. Could be. Not saying we are. Guys. Is this the earliest announced Pokemon Presents? Anyone in chat? No. 2 months ago, I expected the big reveals last season, maybe Gen 10 title or Netflix live action. Yeah, they've never announced one this early. This is the earliest they've ever. Yeah, we've said this back when they announced it. They've never announced the Pokemon Presents this far in advance. So, as for Gen 10, I do not expect Gen 10, and I'll tell you exactly why. Guys, Pokemon Legends EA is a mainline Pokemon game. Just factually, it's a mainline Pokemon game. They're not going to announce a new mainline Pokemon game before they release the current mainline Pokemon game they're advertising. That makes no sense. They would be cannibalizing themselves. Why would you cannibalize your next mainline Pokemon game by announcing your new mainline Pokemon game before your current mainline Pokemon game even releases? Gen 10's not happening. If it does, I will be very shocked. But it would be literally diminishing your current mainline Pokemon game that comes out this year.
Bobstar89 has donated a 5-seer and says, nothing will beat the first few generations, in my opinion.
So I used to be a Gen 1er. I found out that was a term. I didn't even know that was a term when I said I preferred the first generation. Until Legends Arceus. Legends Arceus is now my favorite Pokemon game of all time. So I was a Gen 1er all the way until Legends Arceus. So I don't really disagree with you that the first few generations, the first two in particular, I really enjoyed a lot. You know, Gold and Silver, I really loved a lot. Once we got to Gen 3, I wasn't, you know, that's when I kind of fell off. But Pokemon Legends Arceus is today my current favorite Pokemon game. So that's why I had some excitement for ZA. I still do. It's just my expectations have come down. The battle system looked really cool, but everything else about the game didn't look that great to me. I want to be very clear. I'm most excited about the evolution of the battle system in ZA, but just everything around it. I don't know if you guys got this vibe from everything else around that battle system in ZA. It kind of felt like they didn't try. It's like they had all this really cool concept for a battle system and they fleshed that out and they did something cool. And then like the rest of the game, it almost feels like they didn't really put any effort into it. And I don't want to say they were being lazy. It's just the evolution of the battle system looks so damn cool that everything else around it just feels so much lesser. You know, I maybe they'll prove me wrong today. Again, it's not like we've seen a ton of ZA. Right, we had the one major showcase for it, really, where we saw gameplay and stuff. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh man, you know, this is the end," you know, because we haven't seen a ton of it. But yeah, it just kind of felt like one thing is really fucking cool, and then the rest of the game is kind of. Well, we'll see. They could change my mind today. Again, game's not out. It was still in development. They can change my mind today. It could have just been they put a lot of development time initially into the battle system and everything else was still being fleshed out. So we'll see. Thank you so much for the super chats. I do appreciate it, guys. James Rayburn says, good morning. Besides the Pokemon game, what else do you think we'll see? Well, besides ZA, you're going to get updates on the mobile games. They always do that. You're going to get probably some animated show series updates. You're probably going to get maybe a new spin-off announcement today. That always happens. Some sort of spin-off game. I don't care. It could be Magikarp Jump, a new Magikarp Jump for your phone. I don't know. So some sort of spin-off game announcement. We could see Pokemon Champions. They've already previously announced that, but we haven't really seen the game, really. So we could see a Pokemon Champions update. We could see, obviously, trading card game updates. They tend to do those. And I mean, look, it's a Pokemon Presents. It's for all of Pokemon. So anything Pokemon related. Pokemon Go is going to get updates, right? What else? It's kind of it. Let's go into my expectations. Because that's like what they do in every Pokemon Presents. So, obviously, lots of ZA. I think ZA is going to be like the big thing they show today. Because they gave us a release date. And the director of the game retweeted the Pokemon Presents saying he's really excited. So, the director of Legends ZA retweeted the thing, which isn't surprising. But he said he's really excited, which means ZA is probably going to have 24 minutes. I assume ZA will be at least 5 minutes of it. Could be a bit longer. But I think ZA is going to have a nice chunk of the Pokemon Presents today. Earlier, I sent you a free milestone member chat. Yeah, you sent it before the stream went live, so I couldn't feature it. But it says, hoping for a revival of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Cool. You just had a member chat from Cindy Estes says, I'm hoping for a new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon as well. Look at that. Multiple people wanting Mystery Dungeon. And then Seth420 re-upped his membership. Welcome to Champion. All right. Let's see here. Ready for the stream prime? I'm as ready as I'm going to be. It's early. I've got my caffeine because I don't like coffee. I really wish I did like coffee. I like the smell of coffee. Let's see here. Some more ats here. Cinema fan says Gen 10 would be like next year or the year after that, most likely. based on the leaks last year, Gen 10 will be next year. It'll be the big holiday game next year. But yeah, I don't think we're seeing it till next year. I don't think there's a chance in hell they're showing Gen 10 before ZA comes out, because again, they cannibalize each other. ZA is a mainline Pokemon game. I know I've been on the internet and there's been a lot of people that deny the Legend games are mainline, but they are. Not only have the people behind Pokemon said they're mainline Pokemon games, also the way they title them in Japan, they only title the mainline series one way and all the spin-offs are another, and these are titled the same way as the mainline games. They are mainline Pokemon games. So that being said, since they're mainline, there's no way they announce another mainline Pokemon game before the current one comes out. That doesn't even make sense. That's like announcing 3D Zelda and then announcing another 3D Zelda before the 3D Zelda comes out, and they're both brand new games. Think about how crazy that would be. Hey, we just announced the brand new Switch 2 exclusive 3D Zelda game. And by the way, before that game even comes out, here's our another brand new 3D Zelda game. Like, that'd be wild. That would be wild. There's no way, you know. Your logic definitely makes sense. We just seen a lot of ZA already. Trying to guess what could constitute such an early tease. Hoping one major thing. Pokemon Champions. We haven't really seen Pokemon Champions. Could be that. Or it could just be an anime show related or a TCG. Like, they could have other major announcements. They could have a bunch of announcements around ZA. So. Any Switch 2 games today? What do I mean, any Switch 2 games today? Oh, you mean, like, are there going to be any new ones shown off? I mean, ZA is a Switch 2 edition, so technically, yes. I guess they could announce like a Switch 2 edition of, I don't even know. What would they announce? Like, they already updated Scarlet and Violet. I guess they could go back. What was the one they dropped before Scarlet and Violet? Not Legends, but I mean, they could announce a Switch 2 edition of Legends, I suppose. That is possible. I always forget the one before it because I didn't play it, because I played a demo of it and I didn't like it. No, not Diamond and Pearl. No, I hated Diamond and Pearl. I hated it back in the day. I also hated it when they did Shining or Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Oh my God. Sword and Shield. That's what it is. Sword and Shield. Yeah. I played a demo of the game and I really didn't like it. So I didn't pick up Sword and Shield. But they could do like a Switch 2 edition of that as well. It's always possible. You know, they like to re-release games, so Switch 2 editions of any of those games are possible. I think we could get Pokemon Coliseum on GameCube and NSO. I mean, yeah, there could be NSO announcements, of course, unless they're saving them for the Direct. But does ZA and Gen 10 really cannibalize each other if Gen 10 isn't until next year? Well, Gen 10 would take away attention from Legend ZA. Yes. There will be people that will say, maybe I won't pick up ZA, I'll just wait for Gen 10 next year. Because there's this narrative by some fans that ZA is not a mainline game. Think about it more like this. Let's say Gen 10 was announced already. Let's say we were looking forward to Gen 10 this year instead of ZA. But then Gen 11 was coming next year. Do you think they would show off Gen 11 before Gen 10 comes out? Just think about that for a moment, Super Star Wars fans. Let's say Gen 10 was coming this year, but Gen 11 was coming next year. Do you think there's a chance in fucking hell they reveal Gen 11 before Gen 10 comes out? I'm guessing the answer is fuck no. Okay, so give ZA some respect. It's a mainline Pokemon game. There's no way in fuck they reveal a new mainline Pokemon game before the current mainline Pokemon game that's being advertised comes out. It just doesn't make sense at all. Like, literally, logically, it just doesn't make sense. The only way it makes sense is if you don't think ZA is mainline. But they say that it's mainline. They're treating it as mainline. They title it as a mainline game. You know? So yeah, it can cannibalize, because if people think 10 looks more exciting, they just won't pick up ZA. Yeah, that absolutely can cannibalize sales. Obviously, these are all just my opinions. It's not like I think it's going to get announced that we're going to find out. Oh God. Oh, my chat. It's about to crash. That's why. I'm about to get one of those oh snap errors. All right. Let's see where we're at here. Donkey Kong Bonanza is so good. I'm worried the next 3D Mario and or Zelda can't be as good or even better, says Sketch 16. Look, I love Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's not better than Tears of the Kingdom. What are we doing? I love Donkey Kong Bonanza. It is not better than Tears of the Kingdom. Hell, it's not better than Breath of the Wild. It is a very good game. I haven't beat it yet. I may like it more than Odyssey. I'm not quite sure yet. Right now, I still prefer Odyssey, but I haven't beat the game. I have to beat the game, and I beat Odyssey. So I have to beat Bonanza before I can really decide if I think it's better. I think it's very good. I think it's one of the best games to come out this year. This is a hot take. I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is better than Astrobot. Even though it's not rated as high, I think it's a better 3D platformer than Astrobot. And that might sound like blasphemy to many people. Astrobot's a very good game. I'm not at all actually trying to insult Astrobot. But if you played Astrobot start to finish, and you set aside the nostalgia, because they put a lot of nostalgic moments, a lot of nostalgic character references and franchise references in the game, right? It relies heavily on nostalgia, which, by the way, Astrobot can get away with because Astrobot's creation was a nostalgic look back at the history of PlayStation, right? So that's what Astrobot is. It's a nostalgia trip. But if you take that away from it and you just look at the fundamental gameplay, it's very good gameplay, but it's not anything we haven't had before. You know what I mean? It's just more of what we've had in the past, be it in Mario games, be it in other 3D platforming games. It's just more of stuff that we've done before. And it's put together very well. And it's an amazing experience. And for me, it was my game of the year last year. Personally, Astrobot was my game of the year last year. So I love the game. But I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is way more revolutionary. And revolutionary in the right ways. Now, that doesn't mean that I think every game should have all this destruction and all that. It doesn't make sense for all platformers to go that route. But Astrobot didn't do anything new. It was literally just the best of what 3D platformers before it have done. Heavily polished, well put together. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with just making a great 3D platformer with known 3D platforming elements. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's why it was my game of the year last year. I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is better because Nintendo took a risk and it worked out. Nintendo did what Nintendo always does. They reminded people we're the king of 3D platformers. Yeah, we could play it safe. We're not. We did something risky and it works. And it created new platforming elements. It revolutionized platforming by introducing new mechanics into the genre. So I feel like Donkey Kong Bonanza is a better game than Astrobot. Look, I beat Astrobot. I haven't beaten Bonanza, so that seems like, oh, you're being unfair. I'm like, no. With how much I played a Donkey Kong Bonanza up to this point, I can safely say it is better than Astrobot. I can't say that about Mario Odyssey yet, but I'm starting to lean towards it being better than Mario Odyssey. But I'm not there. I'm not all the way there yet. I think once I beat the game, I'll probably end up getting there based on some teases people have told me about the end. But that being said, I have no concern that Bonanza is so good. The next 3D Mario and Zelda can't stack up. What are we doing? This is the team that makes 3D Mario. You think the next 3D Mario can't be as good or better? This is the team that makes it. If you have all this faith in how much you love Bonanza, this is the literal team that makes Mario. I'm not worried about it. This should give you more faith that they're going to do something incredible with Mario, because look what this team did with Donkey Kong. So I'm not worried about that. And the Zelda team, look, they're like a class of their own within Nintendo. There's basically 3 teams at Nintendo that are considered elite, just generally elite. Possibly 4, we'll find out. But the 3 teams that are considered elite are the 3D Mario team, the 3D Zelda team, and Monolith Soft. Now, the 4th one, it used to be Retro Studios. Retro Studios might have made another banger in Prime 4. So Retro Studios might be crawling their way back into being one of Nintendo's best studios. So I'm gonna hold off on Retro Studios until we see how good Prime 4 is. But those are the 3, possibly 4 elite studios Nintendo has. That doesn't mean Animal Crossing isn't great or Splatoon isn't great, and all, but there's levels to this. And 3D Zelda, 3D Mario, Monolith Soft are on just completely different levels. Those are, especially 3D Mario and Zelda, those are usually your GOATY teams. So I'm not worried at all. The Zelda team can't match up with Bonanza. Look, I know people don't want to take like critic reviews that seriously, but Breath of the Wild's a 97. One of the highest rated video games of all time. Mario Odyssey's a 97. Tears of the Kingdom's a 96. Bonanza's a 91. And that doesn't mean that Bonanza shouldn't be rated higher, especially for some of us. But what it does mean is like even the general population doesn't consider Bonanza at that level. So, I'm very happy though with Bonanza. It is way better than I ever thought a new 3D Donkey Kong game was going to be. And I can't say it's my favorite Donkey Kong game yet. I still have Country 2 up there. And I believe Tropical Freeze. I still have Country 2 and Tropical Freeze ahead of Bonanza for my favorite Donkey Kong games. But again, I haven't beat Bonanza, so it could change. I'll say this. I think by the time I'm done playing, Donkey Kong Bonanza has potential to be my favorite Donkey Kong game and my favorite 3D platformer at the same time. But that's potential. What I've played so far doesn't get there, but I'm sure it's going to keep getting better. So, because the game just keeps getting better. The more I play it, the deeper I get into it, the better the game keeps getting. So, if it keeps this trajectory, just keeps getting better and better and better, then yeah, man, it'll get there. 2 3D Zeldas released at the same time. That's unheard of. Look at that Switch 2 editions. That's different, Tall Show. Those aren't new games. That's just re-releasing old games. I would also appreciate a revival of Pokemon Ranger series, says Jimzo. Cool. Hype level for you out of 10, 10 being the best for Pokemon Direct. 6. Only thing I'm looking forward to right now is ZA. And even then, I'm a little tentative on ZA, so I'm at a 6. But what's cool is when you go in with like lower expectations, generally it's easy to meet those expectations or exceed them. So it's hard for me to be disappointed. So I think I don't think this Pokemon Presents can disappoint me. I don't even think it's possible with where my expectations are at. I think meeting my expectations totally fine. I go in with a 6, it delivers a 6. I'm cool with that. You know, or if we go with the ABC, you know, D, F rating, you know, go with the American grade system, C. I expect it to be a C. If it exceeds that, that's awesome. But that's what I expected. If it delivers a C, I'm satisfied. That's what I'm expecting. Jerome, I think Astrobot is better. DK is more complex and still great. Astrobot really perfected that simplicity. DK is worthy and up there, so I wouldn't argue with anyone. Yeah, look, I'm not. That was the thing. I knew it'd be a hot take, especially because I'm a Nintendo content creator, so I must have bias. No, I think Astrobot's amazing. It's very tightly controlled. It's more difficult for sure. It has lots of levels in it that are significantly more difficult to platform. But And the boss fights are really fun. It's just nothing about it is original. Does that make sense? Like, it's just kind of the best of what 3D platforming already was, which is not, again, there's not anything really wrong with that, especially for Sony, who before Astrobot hasn't had like a mega successful 3D platform. And it's arguable if this is considered mega success. I mean, you know, what was it before? Little Big Planet? Sackboy was kind of like their platformer. I think Astrobot's better than any of those games. I mean, Astrobot's good. It's probably in my top 10 3D platformers of all time. So I'm not at all dissing Astrobot. It just didn't feel fresh. Maybe it felt fresh to Sony players because they're not used to playing 3D platformers that much. So I can understand that. Like, why it might feel really, really fresh for PlayStation gamers. It just didn't to me. As someone who's played a billion 3D platformers, it's like, yeah, this is just a really, really, really good, really tightly controlled, really pretty looking 3D platformer game. And it's a lot of fun. And I understood a lot of the nostalgia in it because that's what, it's a nostalgia trip. But it just gameplay wise, it was just, I've done this before, you know? There was a lot of deja vu moments in the game. I haven't had a single deja vu moment in Donkey Kong yet. Besides one thing. One thing gave me deja vu. All the challenge courses. Come on, guys. You can't tell me that when you unlock those and you walk in, you don't get Zelda vibes. Come on. Ever since the shrines in Breath of the Wild, those challenge courses very much feel like a, hey, this is like a Breath of the Wild thing. That gave me a little deja vu, but not to a 3D platformer. It gave me deja vu to an action adventure game. You know what I mean? Like, that was my deja vu moment, is all those challenge things. But it's like, it's not deja vu to platforming, it's deja vu to Zelda. And then it quickly gets away from that deja vu moment when you realize that every single challenge is actually new. They're all different from each other. And that's awesome. That's awesome. They're all completely different and fresh. Yeah, there are the hat rooms. Sure, there are the hat rooms, but it's just not, these are so far beyond what the hat rooms were in Odyssey, personally. You can feel free to disagree. Anyways. Samurai Kirkin, nice. Dingerous, why is Pokemon Presents stream so weird? I just woke up and thought all the Pikachus were having some sacrificial ceremony. They're having a party. Look, he's out here. Someone's never been to a club, man. Tell me you've never been to a club. And to be fair, this would be considered a pretty empty club. I want to note, this would be considered a fairly empty club. Just noting, that's an empty club. Real clubs, you can't even walk, man. Everyone is just bumping, just a chest bumping the whole time. I have faith in Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, look, I think Prime 4 is going to be fantastic. And if it does prove to be that, then yeah, Retro Studios has reminded us that they are also one of Nintendo's best dev studios. Now, the ones for Game of the Year are always going to be the Mario and Zelda team. But I think, you know, if Prime 4 can get up in the mid-90s, like prior Prime games, that's Retro Studios reminding the world that, hey, we make some of the best fucking games. And look, Tropical Freeze is one of my favorite Donkey Kong games. It's tied with Country 2. And that was, again, made by Retro Studios. The problem was they haven't made a game since then. That's 2014. It's been 11 years. I should say they haven't made a game that's released since then. We know about like the one game they're working on that leaked, and there's like leaked gameplay and stuff of it out there. But that game got canceled. The current total is $13.99. Guess I can update that. Did I miss a super chat? I might have missed a super chat. I hearted it. I don't remember. Did I feature? Well, either way. I love DKB, but I prefer jumping over smashing. There is jumping in Donkey Kong. Dude, I jump all the time in Donkey Kong. But Anthony Kirby.
Anthony Kirby says, hope today has some new and interesting things.
We'll see. We'll see. We got 13 minutes to go, guys. Let's see here. When you are done, Bonanza will be your favorite DK game. We'll see. We'll see. DK64 does not get enough love. There are lots of people that love DK64. I always found DK64 to just be okay. I didn't really massively enjoy it as a kid. I just thought it was fine. And then when I went back and tried it a couple of years ago, I felt the same way. So I was like, oh, is that just some bias I had? No, I still feel that way today. I think it's an okay game. I don't think it's anywhere close to on par with Banjo-Kazooie, Mario 64. You know, you got to remember, we were in like the heyday of 3D platformers. So we had Banjo-Kazooie, Mario 64, Crash was popping off. We had, obviously, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Banjo-Tooie. Like, we were in the heyday of 3D platformers, and it just kind of felt like less than. And when I go back and play it now, I don't think it's bad, but it does, I do feel that less than feeling when I play it. Like, it's just not as good as the other 3D platformers of its era. Now, to be fair, I didn't play a lot of bad 3D platformers back then because, well, I was on Nintendo.
My Guide is Bo has donated $1.99 and says would love to see Party Arlie on the pod.
I have no idea who that is. Never heard of them before. That's not like to be like, oh my god, what a loser. It's like I literally don't know who they are. I guess I can look them up quick. Go on. Party Early. My name is Arlie, and there's a lot of Pokemon stuff. I mean, we're full up this week, so getting them onto the Pokemon episode this week is going to be impossible. We're already at 8 deep. But ZA is coming out later this year. I can reach out and ask her. See if she even responds. She might not respond. That's the thing about when you're getting a hold of new people. Like, you don't always, you know, you don't always know. But I will. I'll see if I can find a way to message her. I might have to send her an email. Unless she has like Instagram messages open. I'll check. Is she active on Instagram? That's a better question. When was this supposed to? Okay, she is active there. All right, I'll message her on Instagram. See if she responds. All right, I sent her a message on Instagram. We'll see if she responds to that. If not, I can send her an email later. Yeah, I think I missed your super chat, Karkon. He said he loved Donkey Kong Bonanza. He preferred jumping over smashing. I don't know how I missed it. They like didn't even make a noise in my headphones, or maybe my hearing's going out. I don't know. You think we get in a few years DK Bonanza sequel on Switch 2? I have a feeling they're gonna do it once per generation, but I won't rule it out. But I kind of feel like DK Bonanza might be a once per gen thing. If third-party accessories has Nintendo seal of approval on it, it should be safe to use, correct? And the answer is yes, but what third-party accessories are you trying to use, man? None of them are dangerous. If you have a Switch 2, none of the third-party accessories are like dangerous. They're not going to blow your Switch 2 up. I'm confused. I don't know what you're looking at to use, but third-party accessories are fine. Tropical Freeze is too hard at times. Bonanza too easy at times. Bonanza inches this one out, though, you're thinking. Well, we'll see. Need to get back to work. Figured I would stop in and give Prime and chat some hype for the Pokemans. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, especially because we're talking about this tomorrow. This whole event's being talked about on the podcast tomorrow, so. I don't want to hear about any leaks, Sketch. We're 7 minutes away. Like, what's the point? We're 7 minutes away. Let's just see, like, in person. Yeah, we're literally about to see it. So if there's some leaks, cool. Happens every time. Pokemon Company always seems to have leaks for their events. Would Austin John Plays ever come on with me? I've been on a podcast with him before, so I don't want to say no. I've never asked him, to be fair. I've literally never asked him, but it's possible he would. I gotta see. Hold on. I gotta find the chat that I was in him with for that podcast. Here it is. Yeah, I have his private contact information. Here. I'm gonna add him as a friend quick. Yeah. I don't know if this is the best way to get a hold of him, to be fair, but I have some private contact info for him, so we'll see. I can ask him. Again, he knows who I am. We've done like 2 different podcasts together in the past, so he knows who I am. Whether or not he'll make time to be on the show, I don't know. Yeah, like Sketch, if the leaks happened like yesterday or the day before, you know, I would have covered it in a video, but happening like minutes before the show's about to begin, it's kind of pointless. We might as well just see how they present it. I know people are impatient, so it doesn't feel pointless to them, but you know. I got tagged in something. Oh. When does Pokemon Presents begin? 4 minutes. I'm not even 100% sure if it's the same stream as the DJ. I mean, Pikachu's going hard right now. They do have a countdown timer in it, so I guess we can flip over. Like, they are counting it down, right? So, 3:22. It's always pre-recorded, Sketch. It's always pre-recorded. Just like directs. It's always pre-recorded. I do like the light up shades, or I'll wear them in the front. That one in the back. Just closing their eyes and jamming out. Here we go.
Heroes Shade has donated $1.99 and says, can't wait for Legends Zay.
Can't wait for Legends. Can't wait, guys. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it is as exciting as we want it to be. So it must be on the same stream because they have a countdown timer on the stream. So I'm just loading my stream on my phone as well, so I can track some things. Whoa, whoa, whoa! My phone was freaking out. There we go. All right, about to begin, man. Dude, this is sick. This is sick. All right, here we go. It's gonna be a separate stream, but you know what? Because it's a separate stream, we'll wait a second here because the stream's not up yet. I got too many tabs open right now. We gotta get some of this reduced there. Oh shit, I just closed something I didn't want to close. Oh well. It's not like I can't find it again. Yeah, too much shit open. Alright, here we go. It's beginning. This is the real deal. It's beginning. Here we go. Pokemon Presents. We'll pump the volume up once we're done with this countdown. This is the premiere countdown on YouTube. So here we go. Here we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go now. $19 seconds. We'll get this volume cranked in a moment. Pika Pika. Here we go. That's right. Spank that TV. That works too. Here we go.
Hi Pokemon trainers, I'm Chris Brown from the Pokemon Company International. Today I'm excited to share details about the 2025 Pokemon World Championships coming to Anaheim, California from August 15th to 17th. We are once again thrilled to welcome thousands of trainers from around the world who will battle across the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet video games, the Pokemon trading card game, Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Unite. These elite trainers will receive a celebratory promo card for competing in the Pokemon World Championships. Let's take a first look at this year's special artwork for Paradise Resort. In 2025, we will host Championship Sunday in an arena for the very first time. Those who can prove themselves as the best will earn incredible prizes, including the coveted Champions line. Alongside our competitors, we expect more than 20,000 Pokemon fans to come celebrate together and enjoy tons of new activities. Each attendee will also receive a special digital code to obtain Toad School for the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet video games. During the weekend, fans at home can tune in to the action via our live stream broadcasts available in multiple languages. Some of these streams have special giveaways planned, so we hope you'll join us in cheering our competitors as they strive to achieve the title of World Champion. Thank you for being a part of what makes our global community of Pokemon trainers so special.
On this island, we want the Pokemon to have as much fun as they'd like.
This thing. Yep. The Netflix series.
We'll do our very best to help you feel as comfortable as possible, so you can make the most of the amenities we offer.
Huh?
No! I just planted there! Leave it alone, please!
Haru, it's all up to you. Make our team proud.
Are you okay?
Thanks, I'm fine. Kent?
Haru?
Oh yeah, that guy's totally her ex, no doubt. Moving here helped a lot. Working actually makes me happy, and I can work harder too.
Wait, Celio! Come back! Sorry Celio is causing you so much trouble. I know, it's a lot.
How long have you and Celio known each other, Dan?
For about 15 years now. Looking back, it gave me such good memories and so much happiness.
As long as you never give up, you can overcome any obstacle. And our friends always remind us that we're never alone. Onward to a brand new day.
Mwah. New episode, September 4th. There you go.
My name is Peter Lord, the co-founder and creative director at Aardman Animation Studio in Bristol, England. Now at Aardman, we have created award-winning stories with iconic characters. Now, we have the pleasure of partnering with Pokémon on an exciting new stop-motion animated series. We'll be putting some very special Pokémon front and center as the heroes of our show, and it will be set in a region which is very close to our hearts. It will give a unique look at the Pokémon world told from the perspective of Pokémon, with a signature Aardman sense of character and comedy and craft. I know you'll love it as much as we do. We could not be more excited to share this sneak peek with the world, so let's have a look.
I don't give a fuck. Sir Fetched and Pichu. Okay. Couple years away.
Hello everyone, I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokémon Company. In today's broadcast, we will be bringing you a variety of news about Pokémon, including our newest titles. In our next segment, we'd like to share the latest information about Poképark Kanto. Please have a look.
All right. We got a model.
Poképark Kanto, the first permanent outdoor Pokémon attraction, will open soon.
Look at that.
Poképark Kanto is built on roughly 26,000 square meters of land within Japan's Yomiuri Land amusement park.
I don't know about that amusement park. Yomiuri Land?
Pokémon has grown so much thanks to lots of support from many people. So we wanted to make a place everyone could come together and
close to where you
enjoy.
live, Karka?
A
Nice.
space where Pokémon will always be, and where people and Pokémon can have fun together. That wish prompted us to begin work on a world where Pokémon truly exist.
Poképark Kanto can be broadly divided into two areas.
Pokémon live within the forest. When you step inside, you'll find Pokémon playing together in groups. We want to broaden people's idea of how Pokémon live and interact with one another by letting them experience a world with Pokémon in it. A place where we can tell visitors, welcome to the world of Pokémon.
As you enter, you'll be greeted by the diverse landscape of this rich natural forest where Pokémon reside.
Yeah.
There's also an area where Pokemon and trainers gather.
I wish I knew, like, are they like animatronic Pokemon? Is it a VR experience or an AR experience? You know what I mean?
Here, encounters with a variety of Pokemon await you.
Kind of curious how they're doing it. Because like, this looks cool in concept, but I got to see it in like reality. Maybe that was a look at the reality. Maybe are they just statues that don't move? You know what I mean? Like, are they just statues that don't move?
Next,
either way,
we have a number of other
Karkun, if you want to go and get
share.
some footage of it, I could use it on the channel. That'd be cool because I'm probably never gonna get out there. Awesome. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting some footage. We can
Pokemon Go Fest
bring the park to a
2025
little bit of
Max
people online
finale is
that'll never be
coming
out there.
soon. Max Pokemon will be appearing one after another. Eternatus will be appearing for the first time
Mutated
globally.
DNA of real
we
animals.
We also have a promo code to
Yeah,
share
they're gonna
that will give you a
mutate
chance
they're gonna
to
make
catch a
actual
powerful
Pokemon.
Gigantamax Pokemon.
Just mutate real animals. Oh man, they'd be in so much trouble if they did that. Okay.
I'll finish him off. Let's teach him a lesson with our new power. Pokemon Masters.
Yeah, I thought that was Masters. Why is the volume so low compared to the rest? Did I screw something up? Cafe Remix. Come on. Hey, Pokemon Sleep. I told you. This is what Pokemon Presents is. It's everything Pokemon. They're probably going to save ZA for the end. Amber Canyon. Okay. I've never used Pokemon Sleep, guys. Is it like okay? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just go to sleep. I don't think about a game when I'm going to sleep.
Latios and Latias join the fray to commemorate Pokemon Unite's 4th anniversary. Latios and Latias can both quickly fly to each other. A new type of battle, Electrode Volleyball, will be available after this broadcast ends.
Oh, cool. Electrode Volleyball. Did I screw up my title? I think I did screw up my title. Yeah, I did screw up my title. It's all right. Hey, we crossed 600 live viewers. Thank you for reminding me I did screw up my title. I was just tired last night when I made it. I'll go update it quick. Mega Evolutions.
Next, please take a look at this video.
There we go. It's updated now to 722.
Just one line?
Dude, if I was a kid, Pokemon would feel so fucking cool to get into. There's so much cool Pokemon shit. None of this stuff existed when I was a kid. We had the mainline games and a card game. And now that I'm not really that into Pokemon, like none of this stuff matters to me really. But if I was a kid, man, oh my God. My parents would hate me. They wouldn't want me to be a Pokemon fan because everything is so expensive. But I'd want all this shit if I was a kid. Well, mobile is the largest gaming audience in the world, so it shouldn't really be shocking about cashing in on mobile.
Solve puzzles and get your daily aha moment. Use the plush you get from solving puzzles to decorate your in-game plush rooms. Pokémon Friends.
We did have the animated show, that's true. The OG animated show. Which I don't care what anyone says, the first few seasons are
Pokemon
like the best,
Friends
the best
is a puzzle
ever.
game where players enjoy the thrill of realization while untangling their thoughts. Every day you play is a chance to untangle your next eureka moment. Pokemon Friends will be available on Nintendo Switch, iOS,
There you
and
go.
Android after this broadcast.
There's your leaked game, Pokemon Friends. No interest to me
We
at
hope
all.
you download it and give it a try.
It's on Switch, digital only.
Next, allow me to share some news about the Pokemon main series. A free update geared for the Nintendo Switch 2 system is available for the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games. When playing on Nintendo Switch 2, you'll be able to enjoy smoother movement and even sharper graphics.
Okay. Don't oversell
We hope
the
you
graphics.
try visiting the Paldea region on Nintendo Switch
Don't
2 as
oversell
well.
it that much. It is better. What? Let's not oversell it.
A new Terra Raid battle event series will kick off in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet tomorrow. These Terra Raid battle events will feature Shiny Woqian, Shiny Qianpao, Shiny Tinglu, and Shiny Chiyu.
Okay.
But just winning the Terra Raid battles won't be enough to get these 4 Pokemon. You'll be able to add each one to your team only after it's been defeated 1 million times. Everyone will have to work together to attain the treasures of Ruin. Pokemon Mass Outbreak events will also be occurring at the same time.
Dude, my eyes are really blue.
And that's
Holy
not all.
shit.
We're also giving away a
guys
tracksuit
see this
apparel
right now?
item, so we hope you continue to enjoy adventuring in the Paldea
I never
region.
look at my own eyes. It's been a long time since I looked at them. Holy shit. My eyes are just like blue
Next,
right now.
allow me
Holy
to share
crap.
some information about Pokemon Champions.
Here we go. Pokemon Champions. Please be good. Please be
Pokemon
good.
Champions.
Please be good.
In this title, you can enjoy the battles you know and love from the Pokemon series on your Nintendo Switch or mobile device. You can invite your previous Pokemon partners to join the action by linking with Pokemon Home, or you can find new partners to battle alongside you right away from within Pokemon Champions.
Yep, just like the Stadium and Coliseum games.
You can recruit Pokemon to your team to battle alongside you. It's up to you which Pokemon to choose. Recruit Pokemon you're interested in and form a team. Then it's finally time for Pokemon battles.
Okay.
You can enjoy ranked battles that let you face off against trainers from around the world, as well as private
Ranked battles,
where you can
baby.
take on family and friends with greater immersion than ever before. Take on thrilling matches in single battles and double battles. Finally, we'd like to introduce you to a new way to raise Pokemon that lets you enjoy battles even more.
Training.
Pokemon Champions offers ways to make raising your Pokemon more flexible and convenient than ever. Teach your Pokemon moves that interest you, then train your Pokemon to make the most of them. Recruit and train to easily enjoy Pokemon battling. Bringing Pokemon battles to everyone. Pokemon Champions. Plan to release in 2026.
All right. Looks
Last
interesting.
up, we have some news about the Pokemon Legends ZA game. Please have a look at this video.
Here we go. We're getting like 7 minutes of ZA. Ah, Switch 2 logo. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, yeah, the audio is so fucked up on their stream. I honestly don't know what the hell's going on. Like, it goes from loud to quiet. Like, this is so quiet now. I don't know what is going on. I have their volume maxed out. So, this is just the volume they chose. Whoever edited this all together did not level out the volume. They didn't level out the audio. Which,
Pokemon
by the way,
Legends ZA.
as a content creator, kind of pisses me off.
New story, which takes place in a city striving to be somewhere that belongs to both people and Pokemon.
Just looks like everything we've already seen so far, to be honest.
After you arrive in Lumiose City, either Urbane or Tawny will invite you to join Team MZ.
MZ. Yeah.
Team MZ's objective is to protect the city of Lumiose. Let's get to know Team MZ a little better.
This is new.
There's
Team
Naveen, a
MZ
fashion
stuff.
designer in the making. And there's Lita, who aspires to become a professional dancer. As part of Team MZ, you'll spend your days in Lumiose City with this crew.
I'm going with the professional dancer.
Lumiose City looks different
I like to
by
dance,
day
baby.
and by night. During the day, you can explore the city and find lots of Pokemon to add to your party.
Excuse me.
Then, by night, you can compete in the ZA Royale with the Pokemon you've raised, aiming to climb the ranks.
What are the... Okay. The ranks must be
As you
alphabetical.
advance in the ZA Royale, battles against powerful trainers await. One of those trainers, Corbeau, is the boss of the Rust Syndicate, an organization operating in Lumiose City. It seems like he has some kind of business with the members of Team MZ.
Let's get down to business.
Lumiose City offers plenty of ways to have fun aside from Pokemon battling, too. Trainers can change their hairstyle, looks, and outfit to appear however
I don't
they
know
would
what I
like as they stroll
expected.
around the city.
But I feel like on Switch 2, there should be
If you've teamed up
anti-aliasing.
with a Furfrou, a Pokemon with distinctive
I know
long
it's such a
fur,
nitpick, but
you can
it's
even
so
have it
much...
trimmed into
like this
fashionable
game,
styles.
it looks like a
You
Switch
can also
game because
take
it is
photos
one.
at interesting
I
spots,
feel like there should be
or relax and
anti-aliasing
hang
on
out
Switch
with your
2.
Pokemon if you like.
There should be no jaggies. Maybe I'm just nitpicking too much, but...
All kinds of encounters await you in Lumiose City. Emma, the best detective in Lumiose, will ask you to help with her detective work. You can find people around the city who need a hand and solve their problems.
Troublesome patrons. Okay.
Mabel is the acting director of the Pokemon Research Lab. By catching Pokemon, you can aid her research. In return, you can receive useful items for your adventures in this game.
The animation's nice.
Something strange has been occurring in Lumiose City recently. Some wild Pokemon have been mega evolving on their own and going rogue. These so-called rogue mega-evolved Pokémon can't contain their own strength and are the very definition of dangerous. To take them on, you'll need to fight Mega Evolution with Mega Evolution. One newly discovered Mega-evolved Pokémon, Mega Dragonite, has distinctive Dragonair-like features, like wings on its head and a pearl on its tail.
I'm sorry, the wings on the head look so
While
dumb.
tackling rogue Mega-evolved Pokemon, you'll want an ally from Team MZ at your
Hey, you had
side,
wings on your
plus
back, now it's
strong
on your
bonds
head.
with your Pokemon.
It looks so dumb. I'm sorry. I can't.
This city holds many stories.
Oh my god. Some of the Mega Evolutions I always feel like look
Different
so
wishes
stupid.
intertwine, seeking for people and Pokemon to coexist. Pokemon
Not
Legends
all of them.
CA,
Some Mega Evolutions
coming
are cool.
Thursday, October 16,
But some of them look so dumb.
2025.
Dude, they did Dragonite dirty with that Mega. That was not a good looking Mega Evolution at all. Let me just move his wings to his head. Mega Evolution. Put a pearl on his tail. Like, what are we doing? The Dragonite already has like issues where he's kind of the derpy dragon. We don't need to go all the way in on the Mega. Give him something.
What did you think?
Give him something.
Pokemon Legends ZA is releasing on October 16, 2025.
Well, that's not the end of the show. Well, maybe it is the end of the show.
We hope you're looking forward to your new
Look at the
adventures
time.
in Lumiose City.
That took 7 minutes.
That's all for today's presentation.
Did that really
Thank
take
you very
7
much
minutes?
for tuning in.
It did not feel like we just watched 7 minutes of ZA. Correct me if I'm wrong. That did not feel like 7 minutes of ZA. Okay. Well, they did not sell me on the game more than before. So there's that. That's the end. So some quick thoughts. Coming off Donkey Kong Bonanza, it felt very underwhelming. I don't know if I'm alone in those thoughts. We hit 673, by the way, on the viewers. Thank you guys so much for that. I felt very underwhelming coming off Donkey Kong Bonanza. And I don't really know, like, I don't even know if it met my, I don't even know if I give that a C. That might have been maybe a C minus, maybe a D, like just under what I expected. Like, and again, it doesn't help that it came right off of Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm gonna go put up a poll in our community section right now, to see what other people are thinking. There's a lot of L's in the main chat, but like, dude, anytime you watch like the main chat of these events, it's always like mostly negative unless there's like one massive surprising thing.
Kartkun has donated Y100 and says, but now we can have a Nintendo Direct Yahoo.
All right, how would you rate today's Pokemon Presents? We'll do one in the live chat as well after I get this poll set up. All right, so I got that up here. Let's do one in the live chat too. Let's get your guys' live thoughts on this. Like, I know I saw people in the chat dropping ratings, but let's actually get like a real vote. Personally, it somehow didn't even meet my expectation. I would give this, with the poll there is at A, B, C, D, I would have gave it a D. Honestly, I'm probably somewhere between a D and a C, like a D plus or a C minus, because like my expectations were already pretty low. To not even meet my already low expectations, that was kind of rough.
Corey Boehm says, Days visually looked good, but they might have unsold me on the game.
I don't even feel like it visually looked good. It looked exactly like the footage we had before, but it's running on Switch 2, so higher resolution, and yet some of the zoom-ins were lower resolution, and they didn't get rid of the jaggies, which with all that extra power of Switch 2, you could have did some anti-aliasing, but I don't even care about the visuals. Like, I've said this before, Pokemon has never been, like the mainline series has never been like a visual. I don't buy it for visually pleasing. I buy it for having, if I buy a mainline, you know, it's usually because I am looking forward to the adventure. They haven't made me look forward to the adventure. Now, with Legends Arceus, they made me look forward to the capture mechanics and this adventure in a semi-open world for the first time. And it actually over-delivered what I expected, despite the visuals being bad. ZA had me peaked a little bit with the battle mechanics and them being different, but they haven't shown me anything outside of those battle mechanics that's different about this game. It just looks like another bog standard Pokemon adventure with unique battle mechanics. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know, is that how you guys feel? Like, it kind of just looks like a bog standard adventure with new battle mechanics. And the new battle mechanics are sick. But like if they were gonna go this route, they at least could have made it look pretty. Like if you're just gonna be like, hey, we're just gonna go bog standard Pokemon, but new battle mechanics, then at least give us a visual feast, right? At least give us a visual feast. Because then we can be, hey, yeah, it's bog standard Pokemon, but it looks better than ever. And we have this unique battle mechanic stuff. But they didn't. It's still, you know, again, I don't play Pokemon for the visuals, but the problem is they didn't give me a reason to play it for anything else besides the battle mechanics. It's literally it. The battle mechanics are the only thing I am excited about with this game. It's unfortunate. Because coming off Legends Arceus, I was completely in love with Pokemon Legends Arceus. This just doesn't feel it. This just doesn't feel it. We had a $2 super chat, but it got retracted. So thank you so much, Christopher. I still got the $2. I appreciate that. We're at 2402 on the new total, by the way. Yeah, so I don't know. Those are just my quick thoughts. I'm not surprised to see D in the lead. So the larger question is, am I going to buy Pokemon Legends ZA? That's really, yeah, it's 61% D, 28% C. So we're already at 90 there, 8% B. There's a couple of you guys that loved the presentation, probably because maybe you're big fans of some of the mobile stuff going on. You really play those games. I don't know if those updates were good or not, because I don't really play the mobile stuff, but if you're really into that kind of stuff and you enjoyed those updates, then yeah, probably was really good for you. My big issue with Pokemon is they killed the catching them all. Well, they killed that a long time ago. Gotta catch them all has not been a thing for a long time. Yeah, I'm not so sure if I'm gonna buy a ZA. I was really hoping today they would convince me to pre-order ZA. Fuck. I really wanted them to convince me today, and they just didn't really do it. So unless Nintendo or something just sends me a code, I'll check it out if I can send a code, but I don't think I can spend money on this. It's just it. I think they took all the wrong lessons from Legends Arceus. I'd rather just go back and replay Legends Arceus. Give me a Switch 2 version of Legends Arceus. You know what I mean? Like, just give me a Switch 2 version of that. I was on the fence, and now I'm not on the fence. I don't think I'm buying ZA. I don't think I can do it. Yeah, I don't think I could do it. So that sucks. I mean, I'm sure someone on our podcast will play it, and we'll get some Pokemon experts on, and maybe some Pokemon experts can convince me. Maybe tomorrow on the podcast I get convinced by Jake Randall or something, you know? So maybe someone will convince me. Maybe.
Venny has donated $4.99 and says, never been happier to sleep through some game reveals LOL.
Yeah. So maybe I'll be convinced by people who know more than me. Maybe I'll be convinced before the game comes out. But right now, I am not sold on this. And that, again, for me, it's very disappointing coming off Arceus. Yeah, Corey Bohm says, with how underwhelming ZA has become, Nintendo desperately needs a direct. Well, I think regardless of this Pokemon Presents, they needed a direct, because right now, you know, if you're not looking forward to ZA this holiday, right now you have nothing to look forward to this holiday as a Switch 2 owner. So we're getting to the end of July, and we have release dates for Dragon Drive and some DLC for Switch 1 games. Look, I'm fine if you're excited for the Kirby DLC and the DLC for Mario Party Jamboree. Nothing wrong if you're excited for that DLC. But let's think about this for a moment. Right now, for Switch 2, Dragon Drive and Switch 1 game DLC. Now, we know about a bunch of other games, right? We know about Age of Imprisonment. We know about Kirby Air Riders, right? We know about, you know, the Switch 2 edition of Prime 4. We know about these games, but we don't know when they're coming. You know what I mean? We don't know when they're coming out. So it's kind of like, right now, Dragon Drive. Hope you're excited. I hope you're, woo! You're ready, everyone. Wheelchair basketball, baby. Nothing wrong with wheelchair basketball, but that's what they have to get me excited right now is wheelchair basketball for something that's actually new. Prime 4 obviously is like really hype for me, to be completely honest, but again, we don't know when it's coming out, so I don't know when I don't know when to let my excitement for that game come out when I don't know when it's coming, because it's been in development in part since 2017.
Tabletop Geek has donated $1.99 and says, let's be honest, they care more about the TCG.
I don't think they care more about the TCG. I think obviously the people who manage the TCG are a separate entity from those that manage the game. I feel like the TCG is just easier. It's far easier to manage the trading card game than it is to make video games. Okay, like straight up, it's just it's easier to manage that. I don't think we sit here and pretend otherwise. It's literally easier to do that. So yeah, like video games take a lot more work than the trading card game does to do well. Did they announce a ZA Switch 2 bundle? Are you fucking kidding me right now? God damn it. Is it a custom Switch 2? I swear to Christ. I have not seen it, no. I'm trying to find it right now. Did they actually do that? Is there actually a custom Switch 2 bundle? Okay, I see an image of it now. It's not a custom Switch 2, it's just a box. Obi-Wan Plays has it up. So it's a normal Switch 2 and has obviously Switch 2 edition of ZA, probably digital code. So there you go. So it's a normal Switch 2 with a digital code for Legend ZA. All right. So not that exciting. Not that exciting. What are they charging for it? Are they charging $500? That's what I want to know actually now. What are they charging for this sumbitch? It's in Europe, obviously. You couldn't tell by the ratings. Okay. What is up with everyone else? Japan's getting like a steel book or some shit, an art book. Early purchase bonus, so a pre-order bonus. You get an original art book. Why does this happen every time, man? Why does this happen every time? Not that I'm pre-ordering the game, but it's like every time. Every time there's something. Anyways, so in Europe, they're getting Nintendo of Europe announces that they didn't. Okay, so this is the official announcement here from Nintendo of Europe. Switch 2 bundle including Pokemon CA. Pre-orders begin tomorrow. At participating retailers. No pricing, so we don't know what it costs. Hopefully, it's the same cost as the Mario Kart bundle. Because look, here's the bottom line. Even though they completely made me not want to buy the game. Let's be real. Pokemon is really popular. Okay. It's really fucking popular. People are going to want to buy this. This is going to be a high demand item. So, okay. At least it's just like a normal edition. I thought they started doing special edition Switch 2s already. I'd be like, what the fuck? You can't even keep the thing in stock. What are we doing? Nintendo of Japan's also getting it. So is it just Nintendo of America not getting it? Here's Nintendo of Japan's announcement. Here's Nintendo of Japan's. Oh, didn't mean to click on that. Hold on. My bad. There's Nintendo of Japan's announcement. So Nintendo of Japan's getting it. Is Nintendo? Are we just not doing this in America? Doug Bowser, what are you doing? Look, I might not be excited for this, but Doug Bowser, what are we doing? What are we doing? Come on, Doug. Japan has it. Europe has it. The US ain't gonna get it. Come on, Doug. You got one job. Give the people what they want. No idea what's announced 2 months ago. Honestly, I don't think anything I'll play anything showed. Was mildly curious on that puzzle game if it was free like Go. No, it's $10. Yeah. I mean, NOA might still be doing it. Yeah. It could be a scheduled tweet or something. So, cool, there's a bundle. I'm waiting to see if any other news drops. There's not going to be any news that drops that's going to convince me to buy the game. It's going to take someone else convincing me. By the way, this is going to be a little preview of a news story I was going to cover today. So, Ubisoft's CEO, Yves Guillemot, has kind of... He said some dumb shit recently about how, like, gamers want microtransactions and shit. It makes games better. But that's not what I care about covering. Okay, it's pretty stupid. They're really stupid comments. By the way, Ubisoft's been making a lot of stupid decisions for like 2 decades, so that's why they're in the position they're in. But Ubisoft truly believes that Switch 2 is going to save Star Wars Outlaws. Or should we say Yves Guillemot believes that Switch 2 is going to save Star Wars Outlaws. Oh, it's not even a bad game. It's a good game. It's just not as good as people wanted it to be, and it was broken at launch. But of course, in saying that Switch 2 is going to save it, listen to this. Yves Guillemot blames Star Wars Outlaws' missed sales targets on the Star Wars franchise itself being in choppy waters. He's blaming the franchise. What? One of the biggest franchises in the world. It's their fault. Yeah, the last movie for the mainline didn't go over well. All the side Star Wars stuff is doing great. The shows, right? All the shows are doing fantastic. Some of the side movies are doing fantastic. Star Wars is still massive. Blaming the Star Wars IP. However, by the way, Star Wars Outlaws is a game key card. Just throwing that out there. He expects that the game key card version of Star Wars Outlaw on Switch 2 could save the game. And then improvements to the game are not done. We did improve the game by troubleshooting and debugging. When it will be released on the upcoming console, like Switch 2, it's going to be a completely new version of the game. Improvements are now finished. I can't. I'll probably get the game on Switch 2 because Ubisoft has this content creator program where they basically hand content creators like free copies of games. Like, it's really easy as a content creator to get copies of games. So I'll probably have the Switch 2 version. And Yulia is enjoying Outlaws, my fiance, so giving her the ability to play that when we're not at home, it would be nice, especially if I don't have to pay for it. But I doubt the Switch 2 version is going to make much of a difference, man.
Leo Aguilar, Laguilar90, has donated $5 and says to say that Prime 4 is gonna save the holiday season for Nintendo is insane. But I am here for it. Pokemon just does not do for me anymore.
Well, save the holiday is relative. Pokemon's gonna sell the most. Let's be very clear. Pokemon's gonna move over 10 million. Yeah. Pokemon's gonna be the #1 seller. Let's not confuse that. Pokemon and Mario Kart are gonna lead the way for sales this holiday. But for a lot of hardcore Nintendo fans, Prime 4 is kind of like, yeah, okay, good thing we got. Like you watch that Pokemon Presents and you're thinking, ah, man, thank God Prime 4 is coming. That sucks. I had like faint hope that ZA could excite me, but literally now it's like, thank God Prime 4 exists. Nintendo, we need a direct, man. We need a surprise holiday game. We need one. It's like required. I don't even care if it's Luigi's Mansion. I don't care if it's Splatoon Raiders at this point. We need something else this holiday. We need something exclusive to Switch 2 that's exciting this holiday. Please, Nintendo. Don't make us wait for the exciting stuff next year, which Dustbloods looks good, probably a 3D Mario, maybe Animal Crossing. There's gonna be some exciting games next year. But we need one big Switch 2 exclusive that's exciting for this holiday. We don't have it yet. Prime 4 is maybe the closest thing we got, and that's not a Switch 2 exclusive. Out of the 10 million sold, how many will sell on Switch 2? So if I think it'll sell 10 million in the first 2 months for holiday, let's say I'm gonna go a little conservative. I'm gonna say 2 million sell on Switch 2, 8 million on Switch 1. Could be wrong on that. It could be a little higher. It might be like 3.5, 4, like a 60-40 sort of split. And I just say that because there will be people that will buy a Switch 2 to play it, especially in Japan. But I'm thinking more like a 80-20 Switch 1 split. I don't know that they showed enough to make people think they need to buy a Switch 2 to have a better game. Of course, the reviews could change all that too. If the reviews come out and everyone's like, yeah, don't play this on Switch 1. It fucking stutters, crashes, bunch of bullshit. That could start to lean heavily towards the Switch 2 version. But I doubt that. I doubt it's going to be that bad. Then again, Scarlet and Violet exists, so I gotta stop pretending that like we don't need to worry about that with Pokemon anymore. I gotta stop pretending. After Scarlet and Violet, like you legitimately don't know until it's in your hands if they fucked up. I'm sure Andres Luigi Mansion 4 hopes just skyrocketed. Dude, I'll take LM4. That'd be sick. Okay, so the ZA bundle is $499.99. Did they just announce it for the US? Because that's a dollar sign. That's US pricing, right? Did they announce it for the US? Yeah, it's in the store. Of course. Why put it on socials? Why put it on socials? Just go to the My Nintendo store. Here, we'll go there ourselves right now. By the way, Nintendo, good call on not switching out Donkey Kong Bonanza banner in the My Nintendo store. Keep this. We don't need Legends EA there. Keep it. Mario Kart World Bundle. I'm not seeing it. We gotta filter the hardware. Price, high to low. That should do it. Come on. Oh, it's got too zoomed in on their website. Okay. I don't know how that's high to low when that's not the highest priced item, but yeah. I'm not seeing it, but it might be on the website somewhere else. Try Warrior 64's link. Yeah, God. Is it one of those things like you can't find it? You have to, someone else had to find it independent. That's so stupid. That happens a lot, by the way. The people gotta find like the links independent because it's just not publicly on the site in the right way. So I'm on Warrior 64's post. I don't see a link. I don't see a link. I'm on his post, and you go over here. I see no links. I see no links. Maybe I'm missing something. Pokemon Champions and Pokemon Legends EA going to have exclusive DLC if you link the two games, like Mystery Gift or something similar. Well, they didn't announce that, so they didn't announce it. I assume no, but who knows? Do you know how many Switch 2s have sold so far? We will find out on August 1st how many Switch 2s have sold through the month of June. Obviously, that wouldn't include July because it's a new quarter. A new quarter started. So you know, it's funny. You could just like literally DM me the link since I can't find it. Because my mods are like, I'm like, hey, you have the ability to DM me. That said, yeah, the month of June. My prediction for the month of June. Sold 3.5 opening weekend. I'm sure it sold at least another 1.5 million. So I'm expecting 5. The question is, did it go higher than that? And that I don't know. So I'm gonna go with 5 million opening month sales. But that's August 1st that we find out. So, and again, that'll only be for the month of June. We won't know July, August, September until like October or November, whenever they do the next investors meeting. Dun, 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 dun. Nintendo of America finally posted. Okay. Yeah. There it is. There it is. We got it. Nintendo of America. Yeah. So they're going to charge the same as the Mario Kart bundle. You see it there. All right. Well, there's your holiday bundle. There's your holiday bundle. It's Legends EA. First holiday. Opening holiday for Switch 2. Legends EA. There's your holiday bundle. Mario Kart World's still going to be there too. Because Mario Kart World is good for this fall. This fall runs until December 20th. So you're going to have Mario Kart World and Legends EA. A dual holiday bundle. So there you go. There's your Switch 2 holiday bundle. Switch 1 will be Mario Kart 8. I know they haven't announced it yet, But the Switch 1 holiday bundle is going to be Mario Kart 8. Sorry to spoil that for anyone. Sorry. Did I ruin the surprise? Switch 1's holiday bundle is going to be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to spoil anything. I guess I should have yelled spoiler warning. Yeah, I know I'm blowing minds over here. I'm about to be quoted on all the big websites now. I just gave it away. I'm literally about to go viral. I'm going to be on IGN in like 10 minutes. All right. Well, I think we could probably call it there. I think we can call it there. We'll be back. I got to make some videos and stuff. We'll be back. I'll be streaming tonight. So, all right, guys. Well, there you go. That was the Pokemon Presents. You guys have a lovely day. I'll see you in some videos. I'll be back streaming tonight. And yeah, we got the podcast tomorrow. So that's going to be exciting. Bye, everyone.